Welcome back. Thank you for staying with Republic TV. Republic TV happens to be your destination for the military level talks that are actually happening, right, which is underway. We'll also get in our guest right now. Joining on this broadcast is Srijan Pal Singh, Major General KK Sinha, Dr. Sriram Cholia, as well as PK Mishra. Srijan Pal Singh, let me begin by asking you, with regards to the, perhaps the entire note that was set before this talks were supposed to take place, the diplomatic level talks that were essentially taking place, one would say that perhaps there was already some sort of softening of stand on the part of China, or perhaps a climb down that we were looking at even before the military talks were supposed to resume?
There was obviously a flavor of softening which India did try, and initially there was some response from China, but China is something which is very difficult to understand what exactly is what they want from us, because China is basically assuming the position of a global thug. It's essentially it's a dictatorship in the garb of a communist state, and Xi Jinping is essentially trying to become the global godfather, especially of the smaller nations. And it's important to understand, where does all this start? There are several factors to it. Some of them we have covered, but a few others include things like India's decision to bifurcate the state of J&K and bring Ladakh under a UT. I think that was the flashpoint which China did not like. It all started there as well. And then, of course, the COVID crisis happened, for which we all know that China is being blamed. What we did in WHO is something which was visible to everybody. With India with US and Australia was the ones who were opposing China. Nobody else dares to say anything against China these days. And then Prime Minister's call for whole Atmanirbharta, that economic, the engine which he wants to restart and make India Atmanirbhar, it's a big loss to China in terms of the economy. China's
to India, which is the money which we pay them for goods, has risen from 2003 to 2014 by 16 times. And when India talks about Atmanirbhar, it's a dent into the Chinese economy, and that's what China fears as well. So those are several factors which have happened, and then India, along with Donald Trump in US, now sort of going out openly and questioning China's role in COVID has become a flashpoint. So what I'm trying to tell is that whether it's diplomatic or all these channels, the military talks are happening, I'm very hopeful that things will turn out for this particular crisis. But China will continue to use something or the other to push crisis after crisis onto India. Because the real reason is the Chinese army is an extension of the communist ideology of China to dominate the world. And it will go on across the world to, exert its authority through covert and overt methods. So we should be taking this as caution. I hope things turn out good today. It's important that we have a peaceful neighborhood, as someone was saying. But at the same time, I do not trust China in terms of its, integrity of any promise it makes. Do understand that China has invested about $4 trillion in its Belt Road project. And if India starts to replace China as an economic powerhouse, as a production hub, then the entire $4 trillion is invested in the Belt Road project comes under a scanner. And that is a dent on Xi Jinping's legacy. It's also a personal issue now for Xi Jinping to ensure that India does not emerge as an economic alternative. So what we see in Ladakh today is going to happen again and again, and we need to be prepared for it.